up, GBA Nation? My name is Mike Weber, aka Lil Web, joined by the media director himself.
It is me, Sean.
And we are here for episode 12 of the Sean and Web Show. And this past weekend, I had the weekend off, but Sean was at the GBA Cincy Classic. Sean, how did the Cincy Classic go this year?
The Cincy Classic, man, was amazing. It was held at Course for Sports. I haven't been to Course for Sports for a couple summers now, or a couple years now, and to be back there was nostalgic. The atmosphere was great. The teams were there, man. There was a lot of high-level basketball being played. So you missed a good one, but you also got to see the film and some of the clips from this past weekend. So it was a great time, but.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It looked like a lot of fun there from the clips, and yeah, Course for Sports. It's a pretty great facility there to have some of those smaller events there. So yeah, overall, pretty great event there. And we got another great event coming up here in Cincinnati, the 21st annual GBA Nationals. Both you and me are going to be at that one, and we cannot wait. Ain't that right?
Oh man, look, Nationals is going down, man. I don't know this year, or will we have an appearance from Swish? Maybe. We'll see. But it's going down, man. 3 days of great basketball in Kings Island.
Oh yeah, don't forget, it's discounts on tickets to Kings Island if you guys are on to the GBA Nationals. So be sure to take advantage of those discounts and join in on the fun. It's gonna be a fun weekend, especially as it'll be Memorial Day weekend. So that gives people one extra day there to kind of have some fun before we start the GBA Nationals. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Oh, for sure, man. But one thing Sean ain't gonna do, I'm not getting on no roller coasters.
Yeah, maybe me, as I still have just a little bit of years left of the roller coasters in me. But I mean, other than that, we'll just be on the ground, probably just enjoying some of the good food there around Kings Island. So yeah, it'll be fun.
Man, about a good 7 years ago, I was there. And I got on the drop zone? It used to be called the Demon Drop at some parks, but is it the drop zone?
I can't remember, as honestly, I haven't been to Kings Island since
Well, it's the ride. It just drops you. I want to call it the drop zone. I might be wrong about this. Please forgive me, but y'all understand the concept of the ride. Well, I got on the drop zone. It takes you up to the heavens, and it just drops. I did that about 7 years ago, man. My stomach, my heart, and everything is still out there somewhere in Kings Island's theme park. I haven't got it back yet, man. So no, I'm not doing it again. I won't. You can't make me.
Oh man. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun there this weekend. Great. It's gonna be great. And also, we got another event for some of our Columbus area teams. We got the 6th annual GBA Columbus Memorial Classic. That's going to be over at Capital University. So be sure to also keep an eye out on that one too, because that one will be also a pretty great event.
Oh yeah, Memorial Day hoops, man. It's going down. Columbus Memorial has always been traditionally a great tournament. For those who can't make the trek to Cincinnati, you won't miss a beat, man. With no drop-offs, like I said, great tournament. Look forward to seeing y'all.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And now let's get into our basketball news roundup for this week. Our first headline, of course, being Indiana Fever, as they hosted the New York Liberty, and then just like a few days later, New York Liberty hosted Indiana in like back-to-back games. And there was a lot to unpack from these two games. First one, of course, being Liberty won both games. The first one, they won 102-66. But then, as I predicted, the second time they played each other, it was a much closer game, but Liberty still beat Fever by, I want to say, 11 points. So, yeah, it was pretty good. And yeah, some of the other headlines from that game, of course, was Sabrina Ionescu. She unveiled her new shoes, which are the Nike Sabrina 2s, in the second game, which she went off in those shoes. Especially one play where she crossed up Caitlin Clark and then did a really nice 3-pointer and then finished it off with a little shoulder shrug, giving a little bit of a shoulder shrug, paying homage to Michael Jordan. So that was kind of interesting to see that.
Oh man, it was awesome. The veterans showing the rookies, we've been doing this. You know what I mean? So it was fun just to see the competitive nature with it. And also, like, yeah, there's more stars than just you here. But again, not to take away anything from Caitlin Clark, but she has brought like the national eye, to the sport through her accomplishments at Iowa, man. And it's making everyone else seize the moment as well. So it was an enjoyable game. Unfortunately, the fever went down. Maniscu had a great game. Brianna Stewart played really well too. Caitlin Clark, but 22 points. And then fellow teammate from Ohio State, Kelsey Mitchell, who also was a scoring phenom, came in with 17. So it was a heartbreak loss, definitely much closer, but there's a lot of season left to be played.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, Caitlin Clark, she's finally finding her rhythm here. I mean, as we pointed out before, or it's much different between WNBA and NBA for some of these rookies, as it's like the rookies in the NBA, they get months to train with their new teams, whereas these rookies for the WNBA, they only get like less than a couple weeks, like maybe a few weeks, if that. So it's gonna be so we already knew it was gonna be very interesting there, and we knew it was gonna take a little while for Caitlin Clark to find her rhythm, but she's finally starting to find it there a little bit. And like you said, also Brianna Stewart, she had quite the game in both games. With, of course, the first game, she put up I want to say it was 31 points in that game. So she did really, really well in that game. And also, the second game at New York Liberty, it brought in so much ticket revenue, as it brought in $2 million in revenue. That is just insane to think about.
Just showing that the women's game is popping right now. And I love to see it. Keep going.
Absolutely. That was also a WNBA record there, so we'll probably see some more records broken here soon in that area. So, yeah, overall, pretty great time in that game. And then also we had some pretty great performances from this whole week with WNBA, as we had Arike Umbawale from Dallas Wings scoring 35 points, which now makes her tied for third for most 35-plus point games in WNBA history. So that's really, really insane there from her. And we also had from the Phoenix Mercury, Kaylee Copper. She ended up having a new career high of 38 points, and yeah, those performances were just insane to think about.
Look, man, Arike's been giving out buckets since Notre Dame. I mean, you rewind the tape, national championship game, man, she's just out there busting heads, and it's no surprise that she's continued that type of momentum. Unfortunately, though, they gave the Sky their first win. And the Sky played really well, man. Name that people may not remember, but she was a baller at Tennessee, Diamond DeShields. Dropped 16-5. Marina Mabry, 14-8. So it was a great game. Angel Reese even came in at 11-9, so she almost had a double-double. So kudos to the Sky, but again, it was a great effort by Arike Ogunbowale with that 37, 38-point performance, man. Like I said, it was a great weekend of basketball. Kalia Copper, like you said, just getting buckets, man. She's been on the tear. And Diana Taurasi dropped 15-7. So it's no surprise that they're having this team success.
Oh, yeah. I mean, with all this attention on WNBA, you know some of these girls are going to be balling out. And sure enough, these veterans are really doing it well, especially, like you said, Diana Taurasi and them, the legends of the game. They are showing out, showing why they are the legends that they are. And yeah, we're so excited. This is just only the beginning for WNBA. This is only the first 2 weeks. So we're excited to see what's in store for the rest of the season.
Oh, man, yeah. Just looking to be the same, man. More good games, more the player just putting up numbers, man, and hopefully the Caitlin Clark show continues.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And speaking of Caitlin Clark, she recently signed another big endorsement deal, this time with Wilson. And the reason why this is a big deal is Wilson, they rarely ever endorse any athletes. Speaking of which, they only have ever endorsed one athlete, and that one athlete was, of course, the legendary Michael Jordan. So to be in the same name as Michael Jordan there, that's super like insane and very awesome for the sports. And yeah, it's just really amazing to see this endorsement deal go through.
Man, look, the Wilson brand has been around for eons, right? They're a trusted brand, known for, athletics, and to have Jordan be the spokesperson, for a time, and like you said, to have her follow sort of in a same sort of pathway to garnish that type of endorsement deal, man, it's big for the game, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, Michael Jordan, he helped like revolutionize the NBA, so in the same way, Caitlin Clark is doing the same for the WNBA, and sure enough, like, she's bringing all the eyes in. Now it's only a matter of time here to see how she does performance-wise.
You know what, man? I'm enjoying watching. I've been a spectator right about now. It's interesting to see like how she's adapting, but also like how just the other players, man, they know what they're dealing with when she come out there. Once Caitlin Clark steps on the floor, man, like, you're the next highlight is about to be on TV or the next poster. And if that's me, I'm not having that. I'm about to play my best D, and I'm giving you my best performance on offense. So we've been seeing like what looks like just hard fouls and just people really going extra hard on her. Well, of course, I'm not going to be the next on your Wheatie box, man. It's not happening. So if I'm them, I'm not trying to get embarrassed or be the next example of Caitlin Clark's greatness. So I'm going to lock up and play some defense, 94 feet.
Oh yeah, and also when she's earning you, if you're 100% best, like Sabrina Ionescu did, like she faked the pass, and then right when she went for that free, and then made it, and then did the little shoulder shrug. And then you had some of these other players showing out against her, like Brianna Stewart with a nice little screen, and not an 8-1 over, and Brianna didn't even move a muscle like right after she got hit by her. So it was. Some of these girls are like going insane right now. It's
a different level, man. I mean, at the D1 level, everyone there is athletic, but at the pros, man, that's the creme de la creme. And so we're seeing that, and it was funny seeing Brianna Stewart just like a fly bumped into her, man. But that's the big stage. Sabrina, that game, not only had great moves, but almost had a double-double. And Brianna Stewart definitely had a double-double with 16 and 11. So kudos to them. And the Fever, they still got time to make them adjustments. They got some veterans that can complement Caitlin Clark, as we're seeing the last two games. Kelsey Mitchell has been definitely picking up the pace on the offensive side. So we ought to see their fortune change soon.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And meanwhile, while we're seeing the Caitlin Clark effect on not only the WNBA, but also like over there in Indiana and all their games, we've also been seeing what they've been calling in LA the Cameron Brink effect, because she has been dominating defensively and even won a game against, I want to say it was against Washington, where
the Mystics,
Yep, she ended up making a really nice block to seal the game with a nice victory. And yeah, she's been doing pretty good there at LA, so much so that they have been selling tickets quite a bit. And they have been moving some games to Crypto.com Arena, where the LA Lakers play. And it's not just the game against Indiana. They have also moved their game against Dallas on May 26th, this upcoming Sunday, and on June 5th against Minnesota to the Crypto.com Arena. So it's amazing to see that not only are they moving it for that game against Caitlin Clark in Indiana, but all these other games too, because of how many people are wanting to show up for the Los Angeles Sparks. So it's really awesome.
It's definitely awesome, man. again, I just reiterates the point. It hits home that the WNBA is popping. Women's basketball is popping. Even out in LA, man, the big market out there, and they're seeing what's going on. And, you know, they got a team that they put talent around. They got, I said, Cameron Brink. Even with that, she has veteran help. Lexi Brown had 20 in that game. And also, Dearica Hamby, man, 17 points, 18 rebounds.
Whew.
That's a day at the office, right?
Yeah.
So, LA, man, they're trending in the right direction. They also have a kid from Ohio on that team. I'm not sure if you remember her, straight out of Toledo Rogers.
Oh yeah, Zaya Cook.
Yeah. So Zaya maybe had I think she had like 3 minutes. She logged 3 minutes that game. I'm not sure if she got on the scoreboard. But however, we all remember what Zaya can do. She has a play that's will be forever on. What is it? Ball of Life. She crossed the girl up, points at her, then finished with the crazy finish. We'll be seeing her soon, hopefully.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I remember her from her high school days, especially in the state tournament when she played against some big teams like Highland and Afrocentric. So yeah, it's really cool to see her in the WNBA now, especially for LA Sparks teaming up with Cameron Brink and being right there at probably the right time, because now the whole entire nation is going to see how good she is. And who knows, maybe one of these days she'll make a highlight play against Caitlin Clark and go viral, hopefully.
It's a matter of time, man. You know what I mean? Because she's too competitive, and she is saucy with that ball in her hand.
Oh yeah, definitely. Hey, she is definitely a very good player, and LA Sparks overall, really great team to keep an eye on, especially because this Friday they're going to be playing Caitlin Clark in Indiana, so it's going to be a perfect time to see LA Sparks possibly make some highlight plays, and could be seeing a really good close game there, I'm betting.
Yeah. You know, it definitely should be a great game, man. The Sparks are 1-2 right now. You know, both are, you know, have been trying to find their footing so far this season. So it's going to be competitive for sure.
Oh, yeah, especially as both teams are being led by two big rookies. So it's going to be very interesting to see that. And also be interesting with Cameron Brink going up against Caitlin Clark to see, because you have such a really tall, powerful defensive player up against this girl that make a really nice free-pointer. So it's going to be very interesting.
It's going to be interesting, man. I'm going to go ahead and I'm looking forward to seeing this, man, because, again, it's just matchups, you know what I mean? And watching, but to see Cameron Brink have to go out on that perimeter and lock up in that ocean, that's where Caitlin Clark, man, can perform. So I hope she can slide them feet, man, or else it's going to be a long day. However, on the offensive side, it's a clear mismatch in size. So if they match Caitlin Clark up to that on defense, it's going to be a long day. So the coaches are definitely going to have to be drawing up some plays, man, to find advantages, because it's going to be a close game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And it's going to be on national television, so be sure to keep your TVs on reminder for that. And tune in. You do not want to miss that game.
Oh, man, look, you don't want to miss that, man. And I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how Kia Nurse matches up with Caitlin Clark as well. I mean, if you remember, she is was a college All-American herself. So we're about to find out.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And then also in the news around WNBA, the WNBA rookie Angel Reese for Chicago Sky, there's been big news that she is now officially a co-owner of the professional women's soccer team DC Power FC. So it's really interesting to see that as a rookie right now, she's already making really good investments, especially investing in professional women's sports over on the soccer side. So it's very interesting, and it's right near her hometown over in Maryland. So it'll be very interesting. It'll keep her close to home and kind of supporting some of the professional sports over there.
From the court to the pitch, you know what I mean? She's about to just have her impact, be felt, man. Like I said, on the court or on the pitch, man. It's going to be fun, and I'm excited for her. number one, providing that opportunity, for soccer to continue in that area, and also a business opportunity, man. That's just showing some financial literacy, and that, these youngsters are learning, early, like the season don't last. I mean, your career, they're not meant forever, so you got to make moves that will set you up financially for a long time. And also those financial moves that she's making are impacting others, so that's a double bonus.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, using her money to help with the growth of women's sports is just super amazing. And you already know, with this news coming out, there's going to be a bunch of people in that area that will remember her and go out to some of these games to maybe see if she's in the audience, and also to see how she does at building this team. So it'll be very interesting to watch on there, and we cannot wait to see how that goes in the soccer season.
All right, we're all looking forward to it, man. And let me just say, Angel Reese, I'm gonna send you my Cash App. Hopefully you can sponsor my team, man. It's gonna be here in Columbus though, but I'm gonna go try to get some all-stars. I'm gonna try to go get Jamie Tart. I'm gonna try to go get Roy Kent. I'm gonna try to go get Samuel Obisanya, and we about to do this. Columbus, what is it? Richmond.
Columbus Crew?
It's Columbus Crew, but they were called the Richmond, what were they called?
AFC Richmond.
AFC Richmond. So we're going to be, AFC Columbus. But yeah, cash at me right now.
Oh yeah, we're also open to sponsorship, so be sure to keep that in mind.
Big facts.
Yeah. Oh man. And then finally, also a real quick college headline that I saw, which was very surprising, was sophomore player Gabriella Juez, who is doing pretty good at UCLA over in women's basketball. She recently announced that she is going to be playing on the softball team this postseason on into the NCAA tournament, which very, very interesting. And yeah, she's now officially a college sport dual athlete. And I mean, she played softball back in high school, so I mean, she still has some experience in that. And it's going to be very interesting to see how she translates her college basketball skills into the college softball skills, especially because she's going to be starting out at the highest platform there is, which is the NCAA tournament. So yeah, it's very, very interesting to see how she does over there. And they said that they added her for her running skills. So they're going to say, hey, they're seeing how her fast pace is going to do in the softball when running the bases. So I'm excited to see how that goes.
Look, why can't, over on the women's side, they can't be dual sport athletes as well? It's challenging, it's tough, because we all know, like, that D1 schedule, man. If you're an athlete playing basketball, it's like 24/7, your hours are accounted for. And then be able to flip the switch and take on another sport, that's awesome. The only person I can think of right now, so forgive me, is Marion Jones, man. You remember Marion Jones? She used to hoop for the University of North Carolina, but she's also a track athlete, an Olympic track athlete. Now, she had some things happen, some steroid allegations, or not allegations, the things that happened, but up to that point, man, she was like one of those top-notch athletes that was excelling at both. So it can be done, and to hear this opportunity for her, man, it's exciting.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that even reminds me of TCU. They had a volleyball player join the women's basketball team when the women's basketball team was hit with a bunch of injuries and had to cancel some games because of not big enough roster. So yeah, it's very interesting to see more and more dual athletes in the women's side, especially as I had a friend who did that at the Division II level, played basketball and track and field. So it's very interesting to see more and more of these dual athletes in the women's college sports.
Yeah, especially again, basketball it's rare. You see it quite a bit with football. You know what I mean? Like, football guys mostly run track also. You know what I mean? To be able to stay in shape, keep up with their speed. We saw Deion, Bo Jackson. We saw Charlie Ward. We saw Julius Peppers play NFL, play college basketball at a high level. We saw Charlie Ward win a Heisman, and then hoop for the New York Knicks. So we've seen this before, but it's awesome. Like, again, it's happening on the female side, man, and it's amazing. Like, keep going, keep pushing the limits.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and we cannot wait to hear more of these dual athletes here soon. And once we do, you guys will be the first to know.
Yes, indeed. Keep going.
Absolutely. And now, finally, let's get into our favorite new segment that we've started this season, the WNBA Minute Predictions, where we're going to put 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock, and we're going to see how many of these games we can get in. Sean, last week we had 6 games in. How many do you think we're going to get this time?
All of them, because we are focused and we are ready.
All right. Got my little timer here set up. So let's start right now. LA Sparks versus Indiana Fever on Friday nights. I think it's going to be a close game, but surprisingly, I got Indiana finally in their first win in this one.
You know what? That's a home game for LA, correct?
Yeah.
I'm going with the Sparks. Again, home game, Cameron Brink, and they got others, you know, that have been stepping up. They got their first win. I think they're hungry for their second.
Oh yeah, true. And then they got Minnesota Lynx versus New York Liberty on Saturday. New York Liberty, they've been showing out, but so have Minnesota with that overtime win in Seattle. That'll be a tough one. I got Liberty in that one.
Nafisa Collier has been balling for the Lynx. I mean, just like dang near carrying the torch for them. I mean, she's been playing outstanding. And also their rookie, Alana Smith, I believe. She's been balling incredible too. But Brianna Stewart, Sabrina, it's kind of hard to overcome. You know, that's a lot of veterans on that team that know how to win. So I'm going to go with Liberty.
Oh, yeah. And then we got Chicago Sky versus United Sun. Man, Chicago Sky, like you said, they got their first win recently. They're probably going to be hungry for another one. But United Sun, they've been doing quite well this season. I mean, I got Chicago Sky win this one, but I think this will be another close game.
You know what? I'm going to go with... See, I'm going with the Sun. I love the opening win Chicago Sky got, but I don't think it's enough. I think Diamond DeShields, she's pushing forward. Marina Mabry, great athlete, three-point shooter, but if those two are off, it's going to be a long day. I don't think they're going to find enough offense. Let's go with the Suns.
And then we got Las Vegas Aces versus Indiana Fever on Saturday. I mean, defending champions against Caitlin Clark. I got Las Vegas Aces winning this one. I mean, I feel it'll be a good game, but there's no competing with the Aces.
You know what, man? And they're coming off their first loss. So they're going to be hungry. Kelsey Plum dropped 27. Aja Wilson, 21-13. Let's go without the Aces.
Nice. And then we got Seattle Storm up against Washington Mystics.
Storm.
Yeah, I'm thinking the Storm with this one, especially because Night Mule is going to be making her debut here soon. Well, she'll be making her debut earlier this season because she finally got her visa through.
Nice.
So it's great to hear that. And that means Seattle's going to be full strength for this game. I got Seattle win this one as well.
The Mystics, they're going to be fine. It's going to be a tough game. You know, Shakira Austin, she just had a great game. Almost had a double-double. And then Ariel Atkins, been putting up, 19, 20 a game. So we'll see. But we're going Storm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And those are our WNBA minute predictions. And it should be interesting to see how these games go. I mean, we have a few really, really good matchups there. Like we said, Indiana is at LA, and then they're turning around and playing the defending champions the next day. That's going to be very interesting to watch. And as we said, Minnesota Lynx and Liberty, that's going to be a tough one there between the two. I mean, we are cooking up for some really good games here and some really close ones. It's going to be a very, very exciting week.
Everybody just stay tuned.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And that is all for this episode of the Sean and Web Show. Do not forget that we at the 6th annual GBA Columbus Memorial Classic and our 21st annual GBA Nationals, which both me and Sean are be at. We cannot wait to see all of you there in Cincinnati. And do not also forget about the discounts at Kings Island to take advantage of those and join in on the fun. We'll see you as then.